God is the Force of Gravity, Part 2, by Jeffrey Scott Flesher. Trinary Science is a genre that draws on Newtonian science rather than mainstream theoretical science. This is how Johannes Kepler, Sir Isaac Newton, and Nikola Tesla viewed science. Few understood Kepler, Newton, or Tesla. This book is proof. Trinary science is what we can prove, a theory is something we cannot prove, so do not confuse them. Religion is the belief that God does not physically exist, or exists only as a spirit, whereas trinary science proves God is gravity. Only Satan would argue against God being gravity, by believing in a theory that gravity is centrifugal force. You cannot tell the direction light moves by looking at it, as light moves at what we call the speed of light. Static light does not move, the universe does. The difference is that if light moved, it would have acceleration, whereas static light has none. Einstein has contradicting theories. In both light is dynamic, but his first theory, known as general relativity, had the universe static, but he changed this to dynamic, calling this special relativity, to fit Edwin Hubble's expanding universe theory. This is proof that Einstein was changing his theory to fit others. Newton proved that light has no acceleration. Therefore, it is static. This proves light expands away from us, but not galaxies. Anything that is dynamic moves, and light cannot change this, regardless of what anyone says. The universe is dynamic and moves in all directions at the speed of light. This is the reason the universe appears to expand, but if it did so at the speed of light, it would be gone by now. Proving that is not what is happening, and proving there was no Big Bang, which would defy physics and common sense. God is static, and the universe is dynamic. Newton's law of universal gravitation is F equals g times m1 times m2 divided by r squared. F is the gravitational force between the two objects. G is the universal gravitational constant, approximately 6.666 times 10 to the negative 11 power, times a cubic meter, times a kilogram, times second squared. M and m2 is the masses of the two objects. R is the distance between the centers of the two masses. Earth's rotational speed is the approximate acceleration of gravity on the surface at 9.8 meters per second squared, or around 32 feet per second squared. Notice the numbers 666 and 32 are Masonic numbers found in the Torah or Bible. This is proof that the Earth's frequency is 6.666 Hz, and the reason we orbit the Sun at 66,666 miles per hour. Metrics hide these facts. Electricity makes light, and our brainwaves show electrical waveforms. When we die, our brainwaves flatline, and our lights go out. This is proof that light is our soul. This means people buy and sell souls in kilowatts, and why theoretical science and religion do not teach Newtonian physics. Religion is an interpretation of the Bible, but not what it says if you take the words literally. For example, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures, he leadeth me beside the still waters. Only a female sheep, or ewe, follows a shepherd in Psalm 23, because it is the mark of the beast. Satan tells only half-truths we call lies, proving religion is a lie. But not the Bible, if you read it, and not read into it. A wizard is a person who are the top of their field of study, whereas a witch is someone who can read and write witchcraft. Newton was a wizard, and Edmund Halley was a witch, who wrote the books most people thought Newton wrote. Witchcraft is the art of using words that have more than one meaning. Witches wrote the Torah to hide the alchemy, or all chemicals we call science, of wizards. Gravity is a pulling force. Therefore, Earth pulls us, and we do not fall to Earth. If you take a sphere of light and cover it with neutrinos, you can build a trinary engine to prove this concept. Neutrinos are particles and require light to attract them, so you need a sphere full of light. I do not know what technology you can use to accomplish this, but I know you will need a lot of heat, electricity, and a huge amount of gravity. This process forms stars in a galaxy. I cannot show you a trinary engine any more than I can show you the Sun or Earth's core, but you can see the effects. In white light, all the colors travel at the same speed within that white light, but not outside it. Shining a white light into a three-sided prism, you will see a rainbow of colors, but not black or white, or any shade of gray, as these are inputs, and not outputs. As proof, clouds that have white light traveling through them will be white on top but fade to shades of gray into blackness at the bottom, proving they are not colors. This causes gravity. The trinary engine inside of Earth is being dragged through space as it orbits our Sun, which has a trinary engine that orbits the galaxy, and it has a trinary engine that orbits other galaxies. One atom attracts another, this attraction is called gravity, and it makes our world go around. The frequency determines the strength of gravity, and ours is 6.66 Hz, which is the constant for gravity. Our intelligence comes from the light. All life uses the same energy across all species. We all have a soul that is connected to the Trinary Universe. The light is God, and God is all light without darkness. Therefore, God does not have a color. The universe stores our memory, and our brain's only function is to connect us to it. This is what I call the lattice. This explains how some of us remember past lives, if we believe in reincarnation. Satan is anyone who tells half-truths we call lies. Religion or a theory is used to lie to you. The Torah or Bible is truth we agree on, but not people's opinions, which is all a theory or religion is. We can believe what we want, but that is not a right. We should believe only what we can prove, or admit we are insane, which is the belief in things that are not real. When we learn something wrong, we have a hard time unlearning it, and light being dynamic is one of them. The belief that light is good and darkness is evil is the satanic teaching that God does not physically exist or exists only as a spirit or ghost, instead of all light without darkness, which the Bible states. Do not allow Satan to redefine your reality. Learn the truth about how God created everything. Light is static with God inside atoms. If you want to learn about the Trinary Universe, you must learn about light. In the beginning there was light, then humans invented religion and theoretical science. This created the Dark Ages. Trinary Science is about understanding the light to make you brighter or more intelligent, by explaining to you the magic of science. Logic is the building block of our minds and the reasoning behind our decisions and actions. Few understand it, and even fewer people use it. If you understand light, you can understand anything. Everything is light, so it is the only thing you need to understand. We call this God, but light is only one aspect of it, but also what God is physically. The Torah and Bible state God is all light without darkness, so that is all God can be. Trinary Science is the science of God, proved using Trinary Science. I proved instead of theories you cannot prove. Yin and Yang exist in three spaces, black, white, and the space between them or around them. Black is negative, white is positive, and the space is ground. The same as the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost Spirit of Mother Nature. Every culture has its concepts. American Indians like the Hopi, Lakota, Zuni and Pueblo cosmology speak of Earth as the Mother. Alive and responsive, she is the ground, holding memory, vibration, and sacred geometry. A womb, with paths leading to rebirth. Hinduism, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, for the creator, preserver, and destroyer. Ancient Egypt, Osiris, Isis, and Horus, for father, mother, and child. Greek mythology, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, representing the sky, sea, and underworld. This proves that worldwide, cultures have known about this concept for a long time. The concept is God, gravity, energy, and our soul. This journey has just begun, as I explain the way the Trinary Universe works, according to the greatest wizards of all time, Kepler, Newton, and Tesla.